You want to make a sticker sheet and you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you how to turn your digital file into this sticker sheet. This is an ultimate step-by-step guide, something that I wish I had before I had started making stickers. I'm going to show you everything. From designing to cutting and printing. Isn't it just all about having fun? Along with all the materials I use and the cost breakdown of each of them. But before we get started, I feel like I should introduce myself and prove why you can trust me as your certified sticker girl. It all started 2.5 years ago. I started making videos kind of as a joke about my journey of building a sticker empire, but little secret, I had never actually drawn before or made a sticker.
It kind of looks like a really saggy nipples or that he's flipping the bird.
So, fake it till you make it. I started by selling my designs on Redbubble, but I really wanted to make the stickers myself. So I started going to my local library where they had a Cricut machine that I could practice on and teach myself how to use. I made so many mistakes on that library Cricut machine, so many, but eventually I felt confident enough to invest in my own Cricut and start running the sticker shop from my home office, which was also a staircase. I just kept making videos, kept making stickers, kept failing over and over and over again. I even got to make stickers for Conan O'Brien.
Oh, I can't believe this.
And then we moved, so I got more space for all my sticker supplies. And that's when I started my journey on making my own sticker book, one page at a time. And I also started a mail club, which now has over 150 members. All that to say, I am your certified sticker girl. I've been putting in the hours and I've already made the mistakes, so you don't have to. So take my sticky little hand and let's do this.
Let's do it.
Step 1 is preparing your design file so you can turn it into a sticker sheet. When designing, I like to use my iPad and my Apple Pencil, and the software I'm using is Adobe Fresco, but work in whatever space that you feel comfortable in. When you're using a Cricut or any other cutting machine, there is a very specific way you have to prep your art file in order for it to print and cut properly. There are two types of cuts of stickers. There's kiss cut, which is what we're doing today, and die cut. If you want to make stickers, you're going to hear these two terms a lot, so let's break down what each mean. Kiss cut is when you cut through the vinyl top layer but not the backing paper. An example of this is a sticker sheet as you see here, and it's really easy to pull off the stickers this way. Die cut is typical for a single sticker where it cuts the top layer and the bottom layer. You can see an example of it here. So since we're making a kiss cut sticker sheet, you'll need to make a background layer and a top layer. The top layer will be the artwork you want as the stickers, and the bottom layer is the backing of the sticker sheet, which is what you can see me prepping here. That looks good, so now you'll see me slowly add my artwork that I want to use as the stickers. I created my stickers ahead of time, so these are just PNGs that I'm dropping into my design file and arranging them accordingly. You want to position them so that they're not too close to each other so you have enough room for the trim and the bleed. The trim refers to the cut line where we're going to see the Cricut actually cut the sticker out, and the bleed refers to the area around the cut line that allows for some extra wiggle room when you're printing and cutting. I feel happy with this layout, so let's add the bleed. You're going to want to make a new layer underneath your sticker layer. Here's where you're going to take a hard brush, I like to use a vector brush, and just draw a line all the way around every single sticker. I'm using green just so that you can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to be switching it to white after. If the edge of your sticker is a different color, you're going to want to match your bleed line to whatever the edge of your sticker is. Perfect, that's done. So now your background should look something like this. Let's export the back layer first. How you do this is toggle off your top layer. You don't want to see your stickers here, and then you're going to export this file as a JPEG. Once that's saved, you're going to go back into your project file, toggle off the background layer this time so you only see your stickers. And this is very important. Make sure there is no white background on your stickers. You want to see that white and gray checkered background. That means it's going to be transparent when we export it as a PNG, because now your Cricut is going to recognize all the outlines of the stickers as the place where it needs to cut. Now export it as a PNG. It has to be a PNG. At the end of step 1, you'll have two files on your computer, the background layer and the PNG stickered layer. Now let's move on to the next step. Open Cricut Design Space, because this is where we'll be prepping our stickers for print. Open a new blank canvas, and on the left-hand side, you'll see a button that says Upload. Click on that so we can upload the images. We don't need to remove the background, so we're going to skip this menu, and we're going to select Flat Graphic. That's the best option for print and cut, which is what we're doing today. And do the same for your other file. Now that both files are in the Cricut Design Space, you're going to layer them on top of each other and adjust the top layer so it's in the correct spot. That's looking good, so now you're going to select both files on the side, right-click and hit Attach. Here's what happens if you don't attach them. When I hit Make, Cricut is going to assume I didn't want these together, and it's actually going to print them on 2 separate pages, which is what we do not want. When you're working in print and cut, the largest your canvas size can be is 6.75 inches by 9.25 inches. I designed these sticker sheets so that I could fit 2 per page. This all looks good. Now I'm just making sure that my machine is attached. I'm using the Cricut Maker 3 today. You want to ensure that there's 10 inches behind your Cricut because your mat is going to be sliding out the back and you don't want it to be bumping up against the wall. Before we move on to the printing and cutting step, let me show you what I'm using today. I'm using the blue light grip mat. For sticker paper, I'm using the Joyeza, I think that's how you pronounce it, vinyl sticker paper premium mat, and the Avery self-laminating sheets, and that gives it that glossy finish. I also have this little scraper tool thing. I don't know what it's called, but one of these things. We can now move on to step 3, which is printing. On this page, you're going to hit Send to Printer, which is going to open up a new dialog box. Turn off the option to add bleed and check on the option to use the system dialog. You may notice that the dialog box is not showing up, and that's because it's probably behind your Cricut window. So just move that to the side, and here's where you're going to choose your paper type and the quality. Choose what works best for you and what type of paper that you're printing on, but I would recommend always choosing to print on the best quality. And print away. So I'm printing on an Epson EcoTank printer. When you're printing on sticker paper, there obviously is a right side and a wrong side to print on. You do not want to be printing on the back side, so make sure that you have it in your printer the correct way so it prints on the actual sticker paper and not the backing. This took a little bit of time. My printer's pretty slow, but here we are, done, and it looks great. So we have our print, and we can leave it like this if we want to. It would just be a matte finish and maybe not as durable as if we added a laminate on top. So I'm using these Avery self-laminating sheets. This is gonna give us like a nice glossy finish. What we're gonna do is take our print and we basically just need to transfer this on top of here. You'll notice these black lines around your print, and you just need to make sure that your laminate goes over that bounding box. So I'm making little marks here, and then I'm going to be cutting the paper to size. I also just got a paper guillotine. It arrived yesterday, and I'm excited to use it. So let's do this. Also, you can 1000% just cut this with scissors. I'm just dramatic, and I want to try this out. Ooh, that sounded good. Isn't it just all about having fun? Yes, it is. So now that that's cut to size, we're gonna peel off the top strip and line it up with the top of our paper. As a pro tip, I like to put a little glasses cleaner cloth on top of my scraper thing, just so that it doesn't scratch the gloss. Also, when transferring this laminate, I messed up so badly. I'm just laughing watching this because I think the pressure maybe got to me doing a tutorial, but I wanted to keep it in so you could see that it's totally okay to mess up and you can recover. We were fine. The sticker sheet was fine. I just had to put in a little extra work ironing out those lines in the plastic, but it was fine. We're good. It's okay. So now let's prepare our grip mat. You're going to be looking for this little arrow in the corner. That's going to tell you that that is going in the top left corner. You know it's the top of your mat because it should have this little hole on the top, and just line it up with the top line and the left line. And then just gently smooth it out and make sure it's completely sticking to the paper and there's no bubbles. Now it's ready to cut, so you're going to be selecting your base material. When making Kiss Cut stickers, this is probably the most important step, and it's very easy to mess up. I do it all the time. We want the pressure to be hard enough to cut through the top layer of the sticker sheet, but not too hard that it cuts all the way through to the backing, because then we're creating die cut stickers and that's not what we want. For me today, choosing the light cardstock option and setting the pressure to less is what gives me the perfect kiss cut for this setup. But depending on the paper you're using, you might need a totally different setting. So I would definitely recommend doing some trial and error so that you don't ruin your sticker sheet. All right, we're sending it to the Cricut and that's cutting it out right now. So that pass through the machine was for our kiss cut stickers, but now we need to cut the actual sticker sheet out as a die cut. So we go back into our design space and you want to toggle off the top layer because we don't want the stickers to be cut again. So hit that little eye so you just see the background layer like this. Now it's ready to make, so you can click on the button that says you've already printed and select a base material option that's a higher pressure so it cuts completely through the paper. For my purposes, medium cardstock will work perfectly, so now it just cuts out the border so we can easily peel it off our grip mat. And there you have it. So you should be able to peel off each sticker beautifully and have nice clean edges like this. And wasn't that so fun? Thank you for spending this time with me. If you're curious about my sticker journey, you can follow the fun on Instagram at club_none. Happy sticker making, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!